tapping in to say that being oppressed, to be Black, is to be a part of an endless and perpetual funeral procession that you did not consent to. To be Black, to be Palestinian, to be a marginalized person in a white supremacist society is to be in an active state of grieving and mourning. We mourn our martyrs. We mourn the generations that never existed because of the violence of white supremacy. We mourn the land. We mourn the land that was stolen from us, that we are connected to, the land that we are of, the land that we do not own. We mourn the theft and the commodification of that land and the commodification of our cultures. To be oppressed is to perpetually mourn. It's too late for thoughts and prayers. It's too late for post-mortem exonerations. It is too late for acknowledgments and regrets. Marcellus Williams is gone. Justin Robinson is gone. Sonia Massey is gone. George Floyd is gone. 426 Lebanese people were killed in 24 hours. That number continues to raise. All those people are gone. Reem is gone. Rafat is gone. Those people will never come back. And to be oppressed is to be constantly mourning these people, to be constantly mourning what is possible when we do not exist in a society that literally hates us, a society and a system that is not broken, that is built to kill and destroy and subjugate. To be oppressed is to hold on to the hope, even with all of our suffering. It is to hold on to the hope that if not in our generation, in the next generation, in some generation, that we will be liberated, that the land will be liberated, that all oppressive systems will be destroyed, the ancestors that have suffered, that have died, will be avenged. We hold on hope to that. And that is what keeps oppressed people alive every day. So today is a heavy day. Today is a heavy day. I want you to take that feeling that is in your chest right now, and I want you to use it for something. Move yourself into action. Because a part of that hope is the active faith that we will be liberated. Because just like how suffering is inevitable in a white supremacist society, liberation is inevitable as long as all of us exist. I love you guys. Bye.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the latest episode of ATP Live. This is the second episode. The first episode I did was with Smurf. I think last week. I bet some of you guys are asking why no tea time for the last 2 weeks. Man, bad luck is a motherfucker. Tired peasant, she really wants to do this, she wants to do this, but bad enough. Last week she had, Hurricane Helene. No, last week her car battery wouldn't start and her laptop wasn't working. Then she had to prepare for Hurricane Helene. Thank God that it didn't impact her directly, but it did impact her indirectly. Like, and then the other week, tired peasant, she was sick. I don't know whether it was COVID or not, but she's fine now. And now Hurricane Milton, it's Milton, is barreling toward Florida. I'm gonna show y'all the map of it in a minute. So I mean, it's been tough for all of us. I love having her on there with me. It's fun. She's a fun person. Um, you know, it is what it is. I'm grateful that I can do these shows the way I can because the show must go on, man. It got to go on. Um, Hopefully she'll be back, guys. I believe she will. Um, you know, um, she had to do what she got to do. She got to prepare and stuff like that. And more, preparing, staying safe from this storm coming towards where she lives is more important than this fucking network. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. So to anybody that's in the path for Hurricane Hilton, just stay safe. Actually, my uncle and my cousin are in the Tampa Bay area, and I don't really worry about them. I don't know if they're going to evacuate. I need to get in contact with them. You know, to see how they doing because Hilton, I mean Milton is supposed to be a bad storm, obviously. Category 5 in the Yucatan Peninsula. Then by the time it reached the Tampa Bay area, it's supposed to be a Cat 4, Cat 3. Cat 3 is still pretty bad. Like, so my thoughts and thoughts and prayers. I'm not religious, but if you pray. If I just worry about the people who can't evacuate that storm. Like it's supposed to be bad. Like um, you're already getting over Hurricane Helene. Now another major hurricane about to sweep in. It's like climate change is a real thing. And to all you fucking right wingers that say climate change is a hoax, fuck you, man. Like literally, seriously, fuck you. Like, if you believe climate change is a hoax at this point, you just either you just dumb as fuck, or you just a grifter. Probably both. But anyway, y'all. So that's what's going on. It is what it is. Hope she stays safe and prepared for the hurricane. That's all I gotta say about that. But anyway, to the right of me, I got a QR code. If you watching this on your laptop or whatever, scan the QR code and it'll take you to Trina's GoFundMe. Trying to get the money to her, but GoFundMe been weird lately. It's trying to hold my money for some reason. I don't know why. She needed obviously. So far it been raised $235. It it will go towards her, trying to escape a domestic violence situation. So scan the QR code your phone, and if you ain't got no money to donate, just just share the links, and if you're on Twitter, go to my Twitter page. It's right on top. I see more people retweet it, which is nice. Thank you guys. Throughout the bouts of Twitter suppression, so people still looking at me and stuff. Retweet it and like it, or you donate. Do whatever you want, you whatever you can to help this woman out. She definitely needs us right now. So that's the QR code to the right of me. Yeah. So yeah. So what I'm gonna talk about today. Before we get to Jimmy Dore and Jimmy Dore Against the Press video, I want to show you guys the path of Hurricane Milton and see, right as a Monday. Let me see. See, share my screen now. Uh, Share my screen. Let's see. Share my screen. Trying to do that. I don't know why it does that. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. I'm still getting used to EV mutes. I mean, I like EV mutes, but you know, you gotta really play with this. Like, um, let me see. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. Now we business. Now we talking. Okay. Here we go, guys. Um, Let me see. It's trying to reload now. Let me see. Hide menu. So this is on the screen here. Um, like right as of right now, it's a Category 5 as we speak. It's currently sitting on the Yucatan Peninsula as we speak. Let me try to scroll down. I don't like how they got this. The Weather Channel got this wall weird. Now zooming in. Hope y'all can see. As of right now, Hurricane Milton is not too far from Merida in Cancun. So then it's supposed to make a northerly turn towards Florida, Category 5, and it turns into a Category 4, then Category 3. And by the time it crosses the Florida Peninsula, it's a Category 1. So, man, you know, we still ain't getting over Hurricane Helene. Now we got another hurricane to worry about. So yeah, y'all. Um, my thoughts and prayers are with the people that's are going to get affected by this. Everybody can't evacuate. And then with Hurricane Helene, it's been what 2 weeks now, and the Biden administration haven't done shit. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. The only thing they, according to Kamala, everybody that's been affected by the storm gets $750 fucking dollars. Like, come on, what the fuck is $750? Like, it's ridiculous. What you gonna get these people affected by the storm $750? Like, my goodness gracious, man. Okay, so I'm done with that. The next story, no, I'm gonna get to Jimmy Dore getting suppressed in a minute, but I'm gonna get to this. Um, by this is for Microsoft Start. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Let me see. Still gotta get used to this. This is like new to me. Oh man, EV Mukes, man. There we go. Okay. This is from Microsoft Start. Um, Kareem Jean-Pierre walks out during fiery exchange with Fox News. I guess the Fox News reporter, you know, um, obviously, I think it got something to do with damn, this big ass ad right here. Jesus Christ. I hate ads, man. There we go. It says, I'm gonna make this bigger for y'all can see it. Let's see. That's good. Let's see. That should be good. It says the whole premises of your question is misinformation, sir. Oh, Peter Ducey. Oh, I know who he is. Okay. It says Karine Jean-Pierre walked out of the White House press briefing during a fiery exchange with Fox News' Peter Ducey over funding for Hurricane Helene victims and misinformation about the governor's response. The duo have been butting heads in previous press briefings, but Monday's showdown was their most intense to date. The two rapidly exchanged back and forths, talking over each other at various points and arguing about what the other said. It ended when Jean-Pierre slammed her press briefing bounder shut and left the podium, ending the briefing after 49 minutes of questions. She typically briefs for about an hour. See, when somebody that disagrees with her pushes her own, hurricane response, she get triggered. Ooh, not this guy didn't. No, this right winger on Fox News pushed me. The truth is, your administration, is Karine Jean-Pierre hasn't done shit so far. Like, people are still without power. Asheville is still a damn near apocalypse at this point. This change started out cordial enough. Ducey congratulated Jean-Pierre on her promotion to senior advisor to President Joe Biden and then move on to his questions. Okay, there she go right there. Um, Ducey asked about her hurricane funding and if President Biden would bring Congress in order to allocate more money to victims. That's it. There it is right there, guys. Um, President Biden is fond of saying, "Show me your budget, and I will tell you what you value." If he's got money for people in Lebanon right now, without Congress having to come back, what does it say about his values? That there's not enough money right now in North Carolina. That's not misinformation. Um, um, so I think this is a video. I'm gonna play the video in a minute, guys. I'm gonna read a little bit more of this. Jean-Pierre has spent much of her briefing pushing back against false information and conspiracy theories on the internet surrounding hurricane relief. There have been false claims that relief money was only going to Democrats and conspiracy theories the government was going to engage in a land grab. The misinformation had led to chaos and confusion in states like Georgia and North Carolina where power and cell phone service still limited. See, they ain't doing shit though. Okay, maybe it's a lie about it only going to demo dummies and and stuff like that, but still people ain't getting the help they need right now. She called those people bad faith actors and said it was wrong, dangerous, and must stop immediately. So when Ducey asked her if his question was misinformation, the White House press secretary snapped. The whole premise of your question is misinformation, sir. Excuse me? Ducey replied. Jean-Pierre then outlined the $200 million the government sent to the impacted area and, and other funding. Ducey repeated his question about Biden and said it is not misinformation. Would you agree? No, Jean-Pierre said. Not the way you're asking me. The question is misinformation. Ducey pushed back. You can't call a question you don't like misinformation. That's what both parties do. Not only Democrats, Republicans too. The duopoly, Trump did the same. Well, I'm not defending the demo dummies, but I'm saying Trump did the same thing. Like when a more liberal reporter was at the and they asked Trump or Sarah Huckabee Sanders a question, Sarah B. Huckabee Sanders will push back on it. Democrat Republicans are not that different. Then let me see. Then it said Jean-Pierre noted she had said more funding would be needed, especially after Hurricane Milton takes landfall next week in Florida. That's exactly what I asked about, Ducey said. But Jean-Pierre got in the final word, didn't walk out. Oh my God. I'd love to see the video version of this. Hopefully that's what that is. What you asking me is why Congress needs to come back and do their job. That's what you're asking me. Congress needs to come back and do their job and provide extra assistance, extra funding to the disaster relief fund. That's what Congress needs to do. And we're not going to continue to urge that. You may not want that, but that's okay. That's what this president wants. And that's what the vice president wants. No, they don't. If they did, they would do more. With that, she slammed her briefing binder and said, "Thanks, everybody," and she left the room. Oh man. So I think this video right here, I'm gonna play it right quick. Okay. I think it's gonna load right now. Hold on. God, I hate ads. Uh Skip ad. Hold on. God, I hate ads, man. Okay, here we go. It's 4 minutes long. Oh jeez. Oh, hold on, guys. It's muted. Shit. Okay.
So let's head to the White House. Peter Ducey is asking questions of Karine Jean-Pierre. Let's listen.
Home, who are wrongfully detained and held hostage. And again, frankly, we have had an extraordinary record of doing just that. And that's going to be the president's top priority.
And on this issue of funding, the administration has money to send to Lebanon without Congress coming back. But Congress does have to come back to approve money to
Wait. Okay, he said Lebanon. He mean Israel? He gotta mean Israel. Yeah, he gotta mean Israel. Like Lebanon, like they ain't send no money to Lebanon. Yeah. I think he misspoke. I don't know.
to send to people in North Carolina. Do I have that right?
Here's what I'm going to be very clear about. The president and the vice president has had a robust.
I'm finna say this though. I'm finna interrupt. Like Peter Ducey just asked a question. She got smart with him. Like he don't talk to me like that. He just acts like Biden got money to send other places without Congress help. Like he could do more. That's all Peter Ducey acts. Like I don't like Peter Ducey, but I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite and saying that what Peter Ducey acts was gaslighting. I don't think it was gaslighting. Okay.
Whole of government response to this. Hundreds of millions of dollars. I said it at the top, more than $200 million that we have directly put towards survivors here for disaster help. And that's because of this president's commitment to make sure that we are there for communities that are impacted. We take this very seriously again.
Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all don't give a fuck, bro.
The Silverado
Yeah.
HD and up to 36,000 pounds towing capacity.
Sorry about that, y'all.
We take this very
Y'all don't give a
seriously.
fuck?
And before
Hold on.
the hurricane hit,
playing.
we pre-positioned
Hold on, y'all.
more than
Give me a minute.
1,500
Holy shit.
federal folks on the ground to help. And so that we have directly.
Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. I don't know why the fuck this damn thing just randomly playing. They don't give a fuck. If like y'all response is slow as fuck. Like didn't Kamala just came out and said that you can apply for get a $750 and oh yeah, I forgot about to add this too from the last video I did. Then holy shit. Then they said they can reimburse, like, so people got to come out of pocket. Like the government just can't come in and say, you know what, everything covered on our dime. Your life ain't gonna be the same, but at least rebuild yourself. But you got the government. They claim the government gonna reimburse, and God knows how long that's gonna take because thousands of people's property is destroyed. So yeah, get out of here. Y'all don't give a fuck, man.
Put towards survivors here for disaster help, and that's because of this president's commitment to make sure that we are there for communities that are impacted. We take this very seriously. Again, we take this very seriously. And before the hurricane hit, we pre-positioned more than 1,500 federal.
You don't care. Again, y'all don't care. Your response is shit. It's shit. This is like Hurricane Katrina type shit right here, man. Holy hell.
Folks on the ground to help. And so we have made sure that every state has gotten their storm requested emergency declaration. They requested it, and we made sure they received it. We've taken this very seriously. More than $200 million that we have provided to the impacted areas. And
$200 million. Hold on. Let me make my screen bigger here. $200 million, and you giving billions of dollars to Ukraine and Taiwan and Israel. $200 million. That see, when it comes to the American people, we are put last, man. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about us. They don't give a shit. $200 million so far. What they ask Israel for a refund, give our money back, send that billions of dollars that Israel, used to kill innocent women and children. Just give that money back to us and put that money towards the people in North Carolina and Georgia and Tennessee and eventually Florida. My God, 200 million. She acting like that's decent. We got 200. We put $200 million. The president's committed. Man, fuck out of here, bro. God, I hate these people, man. See, I hate these people. They get in front of the American people's face especially her, every motherfucking day. If it ain't her, it's Sarah Huckabee Sanders or that other bitch that was before her. It's always these motherfuckers get on here. All they do, like I said on Twitter, I think Sunday, they should be gaslighter in chief because all they do is she get behind that podium and because she talk intellectual, and she's a woman of color and she's gay, the diversity, the dimmer dummies, like they have a bomb, a meme with a bomb in Democrats that had Black Lives Matter thing on it and it had a gay flag, a pride flag on it, I guess because she's black, a black person look at her and say, oh, she's credible. No, she's just repeating state talking points and CIA talking points, y'all. Please. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, I'm heated today. But
instead, people want to do disinformation, misinformation, which is dangerous. Because then when folks on the ground hear that, they may not want to ask for the help that they need. That is there for them. That's our focus here.
But President Biden is fond of saying, show me your budget and I will tell you what you value. If he's got money for people in Lebanon right now, without Congress having to come back, what does it say about his values? There's not enough money right now for
His
people
values,
in North Carolina who need it. That's not misinformation.
Wait, no, that is.
There's not enough money. Peter Ducey right. That $200 million is not enough. The $200 million is enough for North Carolina, South Carolina too, I think, Georgia, Florida, and then the peninsula of Florida. That $750 per person. It ain't funny, man. Like these people, just Lord, man, my heart's with you guys in North Carolina, especially. Like I think that's shit. To be honest with you, one of the more hard hit areas, and then Florida too, and Georgia. Oh man, she got mad because Peter Ducey was telling the truth. Like $200 million is not enough. Billions of dollars for Israel, but $200 million. That's all they got for us. That's all they got. And people keep voting for these two parties every fucking year. The Republicans ain't no better too. This is a Democratic administration, but if Milton hits Florida the way like the meteorologist said, this is gonna be some devastating shit, and Biden don't act, like that's gonna fall on Kamala Harris too. Like people ain't really thinking about that. Like the response towards Hurricane Helene and the response toward Hurricane Milton that's now actively in the Gulf of Mexico, as a Category 5, like this might fuck over Kamala Harris. Like nobody talking about that, but I am. This might fuck her over. Like people, like this may be the October surprise. I thought October surprise would be World War III because Iran struck Israel and Israel striking back and genocide Lebanon now. I thought World War III in the Middle East would be an October surprise, but the hurricane response might be a October surprise. Holy shit, man. I hate these motherfucking people, man. Boy, I better watch what I say. I'm on YouTube, but I don't give a fuck. I'm tired of these platforms anyway. Better get to the Jimmy Dore thing in a minute anyway.
Your whole premise of the question is misinformation, sir. What you don't, yes, it's misinformation.
Is there money to send to Lebanon right now?
I just mentioned to you that we provided more than $200 million to folks who are impacted.
Wait. You saying it like you provided $200 million per person? And if you did that, holy shit, hey, that's phenomenal. Like we have a sovereign currency. Technically, you could give the American people, every American person in, according to MMT, modern monetary theory, but $200 million is not enough. Like the cost of these hurricanes when they come to the United States is billions upon billions of dollars. Like the math ain't mathing here. Like she's literally just repeating the talking points that they wanted to say. Oh, we provided $200 million. You acting like Biden ain't doing nothing. Like he's not doing shit. Oh my goodness gracious, man! I can't with these motherfucking people, bro. I can't. Hold on, guys. Here you go.
In the area, and I just shared with you that people are deciding not to. People are deciding not to.
Wait. To Congress that there's not enough money to help people.
We're
in North
talking
Carolina
about the SBA disaster loan.
That's money for people in North Carolina,
and that's important. And people in North Carolina need that. Wait, this is nothing new, Peter. This is nothing new. Congress comes together. They provide money, millions of dollars, for disaster relief. We're asking them to do the job that they have been doing for some time.
From a letter that President Biden sent to Johnson, McConnell, Schumer, and Jeffries. The president's letter is not misinformation. Would you agree?
No, the way you're asking me the question is misinformation. There is money that we are allocating to the impacted areas, and there's money there to help people who truly need it. There are survivors who need the funding, and it's there.
That you don't like misinformation.
I said that. I actually said we have the money available to help.
But is the money available right away? Because people are still like I talked about yesterday. Cindy, it was like a week ago when she left. She had to leave her apartment because Hurricane Helene flooded her apartment, and now she's, I think she said she'll stay with her friend, and she's gonna go around to national parks. So she could be camping in her SUV. What's the help for her? Like God forbid, she might have to come out of, I don't know if she got renter's insurance, which is crazy. Like, you pay for rent in these places and you still need renter's insurance. Now, a home insurance, that's different, but like, you rent an apartment, you need renter's insurance? Like, it's crazy. But like, people like her, people in, like, okay, if you claim, Karine Jean-Pierre, that the money is available, why people are still complaining that they're not getting help? Like, Georgia and North Carolina, phone service and internet is scarce. People still ain't got no phone service. Like, at least the phone service and internet should be restored. Like, I'm pretty sure there's people now worried sick. They can't reach their loved ones right now. And you don't like Peter Ducey because he worked for Fox News, and you getting mad at him for answering a question. It's not even a bad question. Oh my God, bro. And no, I'm not defending Peter Ducey. He's a hack, but at least he asking or the guest at least a decent question. She don't like it because he worked for Fox News. That's why.
Survivors of Hurricane Helene and also Hurricane Milton. Now, there's going to be a shortfall, right? Because we don't know how bad it's hurricane.
A shortfall. It's gonna be catastrophic. Hurricane Milton. It's gonna be catastrophic. I have my uncle and my cousin that lives in Tampa, Florida, not Tampa, the Tampa Bay area. Like, they got houses. Both of them do. Their houses might get destroyed. I don't know yet. We got to see when the hurricane comes and all that stuff, how strong it is. But $200 million. So you saying that $200 million would be enough for Helene and Milton? If y'all, man, like, this is gonna be ugly, man. Wow, this is Hurricane Katrina 2.0. This is nuts. This is nuts. It's $200 million is not enough. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of money to me, because I'm working class, or to other people, but like, over for millions upon millions of people and properties that's destroyed? No.
Milton is going to be. And so we're going to need additional funding. We're going to need additional funding.
That's exactly what I just asked about. And you said it was misinformation. Yes.
What you're asking me is why Congress needs to come back and do their job. That's what you're asking me. Congress needs to come back and do their job and provide extra assistance, extra funding.
What's wrong with that? You got mad and you stormed out like a little coward, because you are a coward, because you don't like this guy, Congress need to come back and provide extra funding. Can Joe Biden, he got a pen, right? Executive order. Can you write an executive order, at least try, to help the people until Congress come back? And damn, and one thing I hate about this government too, like, these motherfuckers take so many goddamn vacations. Like, goddamn, like, damn, maybe hell. Why American people can't have vacations like that? Hell, we have to rely on our oligarch CEO and boss of our company. Oh God, please give us some vacation time. Motherfuckers still getting COVID and they motherfucking can't even get sick leave. Like, some jobs don't even provide sick leave. I'm just sick of that. Like, Congress don't do shit. What do they do? They work for their corporate bosses. Corporate bosses that pay them for their campaigns and stuff. They work for them. They don't work for us. They work for them, but when it comes to American people, $200 million. Hey, let's give them $200 million. Yeah. Let's allocate that for millions of people in Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina. Yeah. In Tennessee as well. This is ridiculous, man. It's crazy. Got mad.
Disaster relief fund. That's what Congress needs to do, and we're going to continue to urge that. You may not want that, but that's okay. That's what this president wants, and that's what the vice president wants. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, this bitch got triggered because this guy asked a reasonable question, like, why is the Biden administration doing enough? And she got triggered. Oh man, how that's sad, man. Like, $200 million to people in North Carolina and Georgia. Like, this is why, if y'all gonna vote, if you watching this and you vote for the duopoly, man, if Jill Stein was president, $200 million would not even be close. it'll be billions of dollars because Jill Stein actually cares about people. I'm supporting Jill Stein. I'm voting for her in November. This is why you need to get out the duopoly. Like the duopoly don't give a shit about none of you motherfuckers. Okay? Yeah, I said none of you motherfuckers. So, I know some of you guys that watching this all the time, y'all are not part of the duopoly, but there's some people that still are. Stop voting for these parties, man. This is why, Peter Ducey, he's a hack, but at least he asked a good question. Karine Jean-Pierre was a coward. She couldn't take it, so she walked out. She got triggered because she know that Biden and ass ain't right. Like my mom always say, because they ass ain't right. They know $200 million not enough. So Hurricane Milton come, what? Take the rest of that little $200 million and get to those people that lost everything. Like, people's gonna lose their homes. Like, shit gonna get flooded. Storm surge gonna come. Wind's gonna destroy shit. Like, shit gonna happen. And don't worry about, Ty Pezza right now. I don't know, okay, if it gets to her area, she lives in the middle part of the peninsula of Florida. I ain't gonna dox her location, but like, will her apartment get compromised? I don't know. It's scary. So I don't know, man. The government don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about you. Plain and simple as that, man. Fuck these people, man. All right, guys. Now we're finna get to Jimmy Dore. I know y'all been waiting for this. Oh man, it's sad that Jimmy Dore has become a controversial person. Like, I don't agree with everything that Jimmy Dore says, but I'm still willing to listen to the man. If you say something I agree with, like, people just, I don't know. Everybody got their own reasoning why, they they don't like the guy. I'm finna share my screen. I hope some of you guys that get triggered by Jimmy Dore don't unfollow me or subscribe to the channel. Like, this is not about Jimmy Dore. This is more bigger than him. Like, this video right here you about to see is more of a generalization of what content creators go through, especially content creators that speak truth to power. So I'm gonna play Jimmy Dore and break it down. Here we go.
Come see us on tour. We'll be in Tempe, Arizona with a special celebrity guest on that show. Columbus, Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, Burbank, California, and Honolulu. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. So just so you know, our show is very popular. This isn't about bragging about how popular my show is. This is about talking about how they want to shut down and limit the reach of shows like mine. So,
yeah, that's true. Not only he said not only his, but yeah, shows like his. Like, he's a new show, I'm a new show. Like, they definitely want our small little ass channel, rinky dinky channel right now. Hopefully it grow big though. You never know. But it's small now. They don't want us to grow big because I'm pretty sure YouTube don't like what the shit I say. They don't like me exposing the corruption of this system in the government as well. Like, the system is corrupted. So the system include everything. Jimmy Dore is, as y'all know, he has 1.42 million subscribers as of this video. And when he's saying he getting suppressed, then yeah, the shit is real. Like, us, we're not getting suppressed per se. I say because of that copyright strike, it pushes us all the way back in the algorithm. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I'm not gonna say the ATP network on YouTube in particular is getting suppressed. We're a small channel. Like, when you small, unless a video randomly blows up, a couple of videos blew up, but like, we just got the copyright strike fucked us over. Thank you, Breakfast Club. But yeah, I'm finna get back to Jimmy Dore, man. Like, this is crazy. Like,
before this election season started, we were averaging way over 440,000 views per video. A lot of them over that. Since
I remember that. Yep, you right.
This election season started, they have ratcheted down, and we have lots of videos that well, this one didn't even break 25,000 views, and it's a pretty important topic. It's called Elon betrays for.
Yeah, Because the reason why that video didn't blow up because you calling out the corruption. You calling out the corruption of Elon Musk bitch ass. I can't stand that motherfucker. He got my Twitter account suppressed. Then I'm losing followers on Twitter. And turns out that a guy got upset because I unfollowed. Well, he thought I unfollowed him, which I don't have no problem with this guy. Like, I don't even communicate with this guy on a daily basis. Like, why I have problems with somebody I don't communicate with? But that's not the point. I'm just saying, like, Twitter's unfollowing people for me, and I'm losing followers. Like, I post the same shit every day. Like, what, I'm losing followers because I post mutual aid request videos for Palestinians? Nah, it's because I did this, and I'm on Twitter's watch list. Like, I'm shocked my account is not suspended off Twitter. I'm really shocked about that. I'm getting suppressed. So, but like Jimmy Dore getting suppressed on YouTube, pertains to YouTube, over saying that Elon betrays free speech. Like, he gonna get to more. Like, that's crazy. 23,000 views for a channel that has over 1 million subscribers is abysmal. Like, a channel, like, if you get 23,000 views, ATP network YouTube channel, for example, like, hell, I'm fucking happy. But like, hell, if I get 10 live stream views, I'm happy. Like, we very small. I get that, but yeah, this is suppression. There's no surprise about that. Let me continue.
So Elon Musk caves to Brazilian censors. Did you know that happened? Well, only 23,000 people who watch this show.
That's no surprise. It ain't no surprise he caved to Brazil. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Mr. Free Speech. Yeah, the same guy that said if you say free Palestine from the river to the sea, you'll get suspended off Twitter, or you get banned off Twitter. Yeah, the same guy that's suppressing me because I say fuck Israel. Like, yeah, he caving into Israel probably. Israel said, "No, you gotta get that guy down." Like, anybody that say fuck Israel or that means Israel, you gotta get those people down. Not just me though, or yeah. And continue.
Oh no, and I guess whoever watched it on the live stream. So I got a text this morning. I dropped this yesterday. I got a text this morning from someone who does a show in this space. I won't say. And well, let me read it to you. He sends me this, and he says, "There's got to be major suppression of this story. I just found out about this last night. Nowhere to be found on Twitter, and this video's only got 18,000 views. At that time this morning, it only had 18,000. Now it's 23,000."
Remember that time when Mark Zuckerberg, owner of Facebook, came out and told the truth. Like, yeah, the FBI told us to suppress that Hunter Biden laptop story. Same shit. Like, Elon caving to Brazil, because they want to hide I forgot, but he finna get into it in the video because they want to hide shit too. Of course, Brazil threatened them, say, "Yo, hey, Elon, we gonna take down Twitter. If you don't suppress, you gonna start suppressing these people and kick these people off." Yeah, it's a shame, and I'm pretty sure the word went around like, all right, these content creators gonna come out with this story, so we gotta suppress that story that I let Brazil get away with anti-democracy.
Now, before this election season, I could take a video of me watching paint dry, and I would get 30,000 views at least. It was so rare that we ever had a video get less than 50,000. An important story like this, an 8-minute story, 23,000 views. So they're suppressing the story, and it just says,
"Yes, obviously suppression." Like, of course, like on Twitter, for example, for me, I don't want to talk about myself, but hell, why not? Like when I post the same thing, like I said, like, remember Hein Rajab or something like that. Just a video. Like, one day I might get 100 likes. Normal for a small piddle Twitter account like mine. Like, my Twitter account ain't big. Like, I obviously know I am not going to get a lot of views, but the impressions I look at. Like, when the impressions is real low, something is up with that. Like, then the other time I post it again, just, don't forget, easy to forget. I just giving people a reminder. They get 15 likes. Like, yeah, that's obviously suppression. Like, they don't want you on these platforms posting anything pro Palestine. Like, if I was pro Israel, hell, I probably have over thousands of likes. See what I'm saying? Like, when you're against the grain, you get fucked up. And currently, Jimmy Dore is on the right side of history. Coming out with this story, which he's telling the truth, and he gets 23,000 views on a 1 million subscriber channel. Yeah, the math ain't math.
As my friend said, I didn't see anything about it. There's nothing about it on Twitter. I saw Michael Tracy tweet about this, and his tweet got suppressed. You think something like...
Yeah, you think they suppressing me? They suppressing the bigger Twitter accounts. Yeah. A few of my follow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But Twitter supposed to be this free speech platform. Free speech. Nah. Twitter is worse now than it was when the other cronies owned it. Like, it's bad. It's a shithole.
This would have 50,000 likes. You think it would have this would have 500,000 views, something like this. What? Elon Musk betrayed free speech? He caved to Brazilian censors? What? That's news. Nobody watched it. Why? Because it's being suppressed. I think this. So we're what they call borderline content. Our show, it's called Border. So YouTube has a
ATP network as well.
They're squeamish about news, right? And they don't. They're infiltrated. They're in lockstep. They work hand in glove with the intelligence communities, CIA, the FBI, NSA. They do that. They're defense contractors. Google. So they've been ratcheting down on shows like mine, and so now there's a lot of there's the corporate algorithm. There's the algorithm, the regular YouTube algorithm, and then there's the borderline content. That's my.
See, I'm finna break this down. See, the corporate algorithm is The Hill or Fox News or CNN or News Nation or New York Times. I mean, New York Times too, or the Young Turks. They're on the corporate algorithm. Surprise, surprise. Then the regular YouTube algorithm is the Jack Dohertys, the auto auction rebuilds, the shit. Who else I watch? Any other just regular, vloggers or something like that. Or sports accounts, sports channels that show highlights and stuff like that. Then there's us. Borderline content. The Jimmy Dores, RBN, New Dissonance, Heartlands Media, the ATP Network, JB Fun, Savvy Saps. Like, that's the borderline content. See, they won't. If they had their way, it'd be some big shit if they got rid of all of us one day. So they can't do that. So what they do is, hey, let's suppress these people because they speak. All these people speak truth to power, and we don't like that. No. You don't speak truth to power. The CIA sponsored corporate media does. Will be above y'all. So, yeah.
That's my show. Called Borderline. What have we ever gotten wrong? We got everything right. They hate that they're not angry at us for getting stuff wrong. They're angry at us for getting stuff right. The Syrian gas attacks, Russiagate, the Ukraine war, COVID, vaccines, ivermectin, Gaza. They're afraid. They're upset that we get. Especially
Gaza. Oh my God. No. You can't be on the right side of history. Like, when all this is said and done, set in stone, all of us will be on the right side of history. So the suppression hurts me. Yeah, it bothers me on Twitter. Like, I used to get a good amount of likes and retweets. I don't no more, which is cool. I'm still gonna continue to post until they suspend me. Then I got an alternate account. I'm gonna continue to post on there. Then they suspend it. I'll make another account. I'm not gonna quit. I thought about quitting Twitter. I thought about quitting this network. I thought about quitting everything. I thought about just going back to the prehistoric days, or just reading paperback books and fucking, talking to people like normal society supposed to be. But no, So I'm telling anybody, that's starting this, man. If you want to start your own network, do it. We need more voices, but be prepared to get suppressed. I'm just saying, man. This is just a heads up. Hey, and because you're doing nothing wrong, it just, you're on that borderline content, or on Twitter or Facebook, you're getting suppressed.
Things right. And so I'm going to put this video onto the end of this, and I'm watch it. And I'm going to change the tags and the headline and everything. And we're going to see what happens. We'll see if more people watch this video than watch that video. We're going to see. Because this is a very important story. What happened? It's a very important story of what happened. So you remember?
I mean, I'm gonna say that though, like the Brazilian stuff. Yeah, the Brazilian news that he caved to them. There, like, that ain't nothing new. Elon been betrayed free speech. Like he banned people that like the Elon Jet account. Like he banned them. He banned certain reporters and all that stuff. So yeah. I'm just, I had to just say that for clarity. Like that ain't nothing new. But I'm gonna continue.
How Elon Musk told you he was all about free speech and he was going to stand up, and he has in certain places. He stood up to Australia. He won that. We find out that he, like in Turkey, he's censored for them when they asked him, and he stood up recently, very briefly.
Pretty sure Israel as well. He caved to them as well. Like he went to Israel and became a Zionist. So yeah, some of y'all might forgot about that. Yeah, he did that too.
He stood up to Brazil. Brazil wanted him to censor more, and he said no. So they shut down Twitter in Brazil. And then they started to screw with Starlink, which is his big money maker. Starlink is, by the way, amazing, actually. They've got like 5,000 satellites surrounding the planet right now. It's kind of amazing. But anyway, Michael Tracy says, after weeks crusading against censorship in Brazil and proclaiming that Twitter would be the world's heroic defender of free speech, Elon Musk has apparently capitulated to every demand made by the Brazilian Supreme Court that he had previously decried as intolerable censorship. New York Times posted it. Elon Musk suddenly appears to be giving up. Nobody's really talking about this on Twitter. I wonder if it's being suppressed or nobody's really talking about it.
Obviously, yeah. When, and I post something big on Twitter, like nobody sees it because Twitter's suppressing me too. And another person that I think they're suppressing it like a motherfucker is Nico House. I noticed when Nico House posts his hotspots, he used to get thousands of views, thousands of impressions. But now, obviously Twitter, he's on the same thing I'm on probably, and he's getting less views. But they're suppressing the fuck out of us because we're on the right side of history.
About it. Elon Musk suddenly appears to be giving up. After defying court orders in Brazil for 3 weeks, Mr. Musk's social network X, Twitter, has capitulated. In a court filing on Friday night, the company's lawyers said that Twitter had complied with orders from Brazil's Supreme Court in the hopes that the court would lift its block on Twitter. So it's just kind of sad that he can launch into space, but he can't launch an uncensored social media site.
The only reason why he did that is because Brazil has millions of people living there, and pretty sure it's millions of people on Twitter. So he feel like, hey, Twitter ain't making no money as it is. Like obviously, that's why they shoving Twitter Premium down your throats. And that's why I heard people complaining about so many ads on Twitter now. Like before I bought Twitter Premium, it wasn't all that bad, but now, the only reason I had to buy Twitter Premium is because of this network. Like I have to post my content on Twitter as well because Twitter is kind of like you have more eyeball, you have more following, so you have to push your content on there. But Twitter's not making any money, and if you ban Twitter in multiple countries, more or less eyeballs. So unless they ain't making no revenue. So yeah, that's why you see Elon's lackey, I forgot that woman's name, begging for suing advertisers that are or that just left the platform. Basically, I guess the plan is for that is obviously they know they're not gonna win, but when the lawyers, lawyer fees add up, so maybe that some of the advertisers left Twitter will cave and come back to Twitter. So yeah.
What do you think X will be called when he leaves? X-Lax? Because it's turned.
Yeah, I heard Mark Cuban is interested in buying Twitter. Oh God, yeah, yes. That's all that this platform needs, another billionaire to take it over. And will it be worse? I don't know. I really don't know Mark Cuban like that. I don't know what his plans is. Most likely he's gonna do the same thing Elon doing, the same thing that Jack did, and cave to these countries and censor more shit. So, it's not gonna be any better in my eyes. Outside of no, it ain't gonna be no much better.
Turning into shit anyway.
Yes, Twitter is a shithole.
Here's the part that Michael had highlighted. Now, X's lawyers said the company had done exactly what Mr. Musk vowed not to do: take down accounts that a Brazilian justice ordered removed because the judge said they threatened Brazil's democracy. How do you say democracy? Censorship.
Yep, that was the Democrats thing too. Yeah, I remember when the Democrats too want according to Twitter file. Shout out to Matt Taibbi for bringing that shit down. Elon didn't do Matt Taibbi right. See, Elon's a piece of shit. But anyway, yeah, Democrats wanted to censor accounts that didn't agree with them or vice versa. Yeah, democracy is censorship. I need to tweet that.
X also complied with the justice's other demands, including paying fines. Where's he going to get the money for that? Where's Elon Musk going to get that kind of money? And naming a new formal representative in the country, the lawyer said. They wanted a new formal representative in Brazil. Why? So they could have someone to throw in jail.
Yep.
That's why they did that. All I'm going to say is all the people messing with Elon Musk, and if you're driving a Tesla, I'd think twice, because when you're in an electric car, you're really just sitting in a giant pager, if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. This is from New York Times. The abrupt about face from Elon Musk in Brazil appeared to be a defeat for the outspoken businessman. You think?
Man, Elon been in caves, dude. Like Elon caved alone. He caved when he said even before that, like the Elon Jet stuff and all that stuff. Then when October 7th happened, when he said if you say from the river to the sea, your account get banned. Yeah, free speech, my ass. Free speech absolute is my fucking asshole. Like
and his self-designed image as a warrior for free speech. Mr. Musk and his company.
Free speech absolutists. Oh, we're bringing free speech back to Twitter. The complete opposite. And Elon really backed out of buying Twitter until Twitter threatened to sue his ass. Then he had no other choice. Because Elon knew. Like, I think somebody got to him and said, hey, man, like, you saying all this bullshit. Like, these motherfucking, like, free speech, man. Ain't no free speech. You lying.
Company had loudly and harshly criticized Brazil's Supreme Court for months, even publicly releasing some of its sealed orders, but neither had publicly mentioned their reversal by Saturday. So I guess Elon Musk isn't talking about it. I should go to his Twitter feed and look. But I remember when he said, stuff like this. This was in August. He said the decision to close the Twitter office in Brazil was difficult, but if we had agreed to the Supreme Court's illegal secret censorship and private information handover demands, there was no way we could explain our actions without being ashamed. So apparently now he's ashamed, or he's just not explaining his actions.
No, of course he ain't. When he tweeted that, he just throwing red meat to his fan base. Like, Elon fans are weird. Like, they are just weird. Like, just like, hey, I'm standing up. See, I'm standing up to the Brazilian government, But in back in his mind, he knew he gonna cave. Like, come on. Like really?
Could you go to his Twitter feed and see if he's talked about this? Because they did it on Friday. So that has 73 million views, that tweet. Apparently, he's ashamed, or maybe he's not ashamed because he's only ashamed if he explains it.
Elon ain't
and
shit.
I can't tell. I don't think he's explained his actions. Wow. Here's what he said before. This was what he said in July. The European Commission offered Twitter an illegal secret deal. If we quietly censored speech without telling anyone, they would not fine us. The other platforms accepted that deal.
Illegal secret deal, my ass. Like, man bend the knee just to keep this platform relevant. Elon knows Twitter's on thin ice at this point. Like advertisers pull away from the platform because a lot of people say it's more Nazi content on Twitter. Well, I haven't seen it. Well, the hell, I haven't been on the timeline to see it. So yeah, and then so Elon is caving. I guess Elon is caving to prove the advertisers. See, I can control. So come back, advertisers, please, because Twitter is drowning.
Twitter did not. Well, now they are accepting that deal in Brazil for at least. I'm sure they're caving everywhere.
Yeah, man. Obviously. Jeez. Elon's a piece of shit.
So they don't want you to have information.
Nope. YouTube wants you to watch CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, Twitter. Twitter wants to. Well, Elon wants to play in a facade, saying that he's pro-free speech when he's not. Facebook don't want you to say Gaza genocide. I forgot to cover that too. That's why you see all those videos. When I do the mutual aid, those are from Instagram, and obviously the couple of the influencers that promote Gaza, that promote mutual aid in Gaza, have to use alternative like words like Gaza. They can't say Gaza. They have to put other words in there. So yeah. None of these platforms, man. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Well, Facebook, Instagram, same. Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. They don't want you to have information. They want you hypnotized with propaganda bullshit. That's what it is.
Because when the establishment can't control the narrative, then they have to start disappearing people, which they'll do, but it's a lot harder. So we're living in a worldwide authoritarian. We're living one big Soviet Union. Everywhere now is China. Everywhere.
China.
So is somebody going to call Elon Musk a communist for doing this?
Man, if somebody call Elon Musk a communist, he gonna correct it though. If somebody call Elon Musk a communist, then you on some. Well, like my mom said, you on dope and dog food, man. Like holy shit. Yeah, Elon is a communist. Yeah, and that's the words, not the meaning of the word communist, but he finna say it right here.
Is someone going to call him a communist? Because that's what they call communists.
Yeah, and people that's just dumbfounded. Oh, sorry, y'all. That's somebody spraying water in the background. Damn, scared the hell out of me. Yeah, the meaning of communist in a lot of people's eyes is, oh God, authoritarian dictatorship. Oh, everybody drive the same car, eat the same food, live in the same house, no freedom. But the real meaning of communist means community, which means worker own stuff. But okay.
I don't think people understand what communism really is. They think of Stalin communism.
Yeah.
And that's not. But anyway.
Yeah.
This is authoritarian fascism. And Elon Musk is going along with it. And it said, did you find any? He's not talking about it, right? They're not talking about it.
Of course not. Hell no.
Hey, Elon Musk.
Hey, if he talks about it, he looks like a goddamn fool. Like he already looks like a fool, He already like a fool, but yeah, in July you said something totally different than a few weeks ago. I think back in September. Then back in September, you changed your stance and bend the knee to the Brazilian government because they want to censor accounts that don't fit their narrative.
Musk's big secret? He's a fascist, authoritarian censorer.
True.
That's his big secret.
Yeah.
I've seen statistics that said he's approved 80% of the censorship requests that he's gotten from government.
Wow. The free speech absolutists bend the knee to all the governments, basically. 80%. That's a lot. 8 out of 10. He bent the knee. And obviously, I know he bent the knee to America, too. Like, that's no problem.
Governments. So, Twitter is better than Facebook and Instagram and certainly TikTok. But is it free speech? No, it's the speech that Elon hasn't been
perpetrated a fraud against.
threatened over yet. But if he gets threatened over it, apparently he'll let you have some free speech, but not all.
Yeah, like when you can see on Twitter, like you can see a dead, like a dead body or something of a Palestinian. Like Twitter lets you see that, but like when you do certain things against the Israel government, like this, fuck Israel. Mm-mm. Yeah, yeah, and and other stuff too. Or you're against the Brazilian government or the European Commission. Yeah, no, yeah, we gotta suppress you, or we gotta ban you, better take you off Twitter. Too much information.
So that's the dirty little secret. Come see us on tour. Being 10.
Okay, guys, so that's Jimmy Dore, man. I still like Jimmy Dore. I don't agree with everything he says. That's not natural. It's okay not to agree and still watch their stuff. Like I just don't get people these days. I really don't. Like some of these people supposed to be allies with you. It just cancel people for no reason. Jimmy Dore ain't cancel, but I'm just saying like cancel people off Twitter because they said something that they don't agree with. A tweet. Like I just don't understand. Oh man, what happened to society, man? What happened? We just you say something and we gotta. I'm pretty sure some people cancel me or stuff I said. Like I just don't understand. But yeah, man, Elon Musk is not the free speech absolutist. He's a fucking dipshit. That's what he is. Okay, y'all. So the last story I'm going to get to is October 7th. It's been 1 year since October 7th. This article is from Mundo Weiss. I'm going to pull it up in a second. Let me see. Pull it up. At the scene. 1 year genocide, y'all. Been 1 year. Holy shit. But to be honest with y'all, I didn't really start getting into this stuff until like October the 10th when I seen Ty Peasant to a credit talk about it. Start the first person I seen talk about it. Like, I think a lot of people remember they was on October 7th. A lot of people started protesting the day after October 7th. Protests started. People started talking about it on Twitter. I grew to it, and I start talking about it now. Like I keep talking about it. Like people, please do not stop talking about this genocide, man. Now it's a genocide in Lebanon. Don't forget about the Lebanese either, man. Like Israel is evil. I mean, what word you could say? Demonic. So yeah, y'all finna read this from Mundo Weiss. I'm not gonna read all of it due to time constraints. Israel year of war on the West Bank. It says, I'm finna make this bigger so y'all can see it. And the words can get small. Okay. Hope this is big enough. While Israel has been carrying out a genocide against Palestinians in the Gaza Strip, its military and settlers have been waging another campaign of ethnic cleansing in the West Bank, moving ever closer towards Israel goals and annexation. Yeah. Israel wants to get rid of, the Palestinians. Like it's no question about that. Like like in Gaza, for example, like when they was in North Gaza, they told them to move to the middle part of Gaza. While people was migrating, Israel was still dropping bombs on the people while they were migrating. And then people moved all the way down to Rafah, and then they attack Rafah. So yeah. And then a lot of people ask in the beginning, like, why these people just can't go to Egypt or the other parts of the Middle East? Egypt cannot handle, that's why when the GoFundMe's, a lot of people have issues with it. That's why I try to make sure all of the mutual aid requests are vetted and verified. So I don't want to feel bad if they turn out that particular thing was a scam or not. But that's why people were asking for mutual aid. So, when they go there, they won't be empty handed. Yeah. So, you know, This is Palestinians holding up a body of a 17-year-old right here, wrapped in a kafaya. Man, just okay, I'm gonna read it now. For a year now in the West Bank, Israel had launched a war against Palestinians. While some genocidal assault on Gaza has claimed the lives of tens of thousands, and according to some estimates, hundreds of thousands, I think that's the right number at this point. The onslaught in the West Bank has ramped up in the form of displacement. The unprecedented expansion of settlements, rampant cellular violence and programs, economic warfare, mass incarceration, and launching of military offensives or centers of resistance across the West Bank. As of this writing, Israeli forces and settlers have killed 743 Palestinians, wounded 5,250, and displaced 5,947. But underlying these numbers is a far deeper reality of Israeli settler encroachment and creeping annexation in the West Bank. The Israeli offensive in the West Bank is nothing but random, nor is it detached from Israel's policies in Gaza. It follows a strategy in line with Israel's slated plans to annex the West Bank and undermine any possibilities for a future Palestinian state. Although these Israeli policies have been employed by Israel for decades of occupation in the West Bank, observers argue that Israel's strategy in the West Bank after October 7th have aimed to create a new political reality, heading towards achieving definite Israeli control over the West Bank. Um, a plan decades in the making. See, again, I have to say this. This has been going on this plan before October 7th. Like, a lot of people that's just not getting into this thinking that this shit started on October 7th. No, this has been going on since 1948, like a long time. The main feature of Israeli violence after October 7th has been characterized by Israeli settler programs against the Palestinian village and rural communities. Yeah, settlers have been going in, shooting these people, beating up these Palestinians. Yeah, see, this has been going on forever too. Following the October 7th attacks on Israel, Israeli settler mobs attacked Palestinian community in the West Bank area, C, which makes up 60% of the West Bank's area and falls under full Israeli military control. Palestinians living in Area C have struggled to survive Israel building restrictions, constant land grabs, and home demolition. See, part of the ethnic cleansing strategy, people. By December, settlers had already depopulated 20 Palestinians' Bedouin rural communities, forcibly displacing hundreds of inhabitants. These attacks concentrated in the southern Hebron Hills, where 250 Palestinian residents of the village of Zarata were expelled in a single day. And in the western slopes of central West Bank, overlooking the Jordan Valley, where almost all Bedouin families were forced to leave the outskirts of Ramallah's eastern villages. According to Kahikija, if I get that name wrong, I apologize. A Palestinian expert on Israeli settlements who directed Jerusalem Orient House Maps Unit for many years. Settlers launched these attacks to take advantage of the media and political atmosphere that followed October 7th, but they follow a strategic logic that has been decades in the making. He said, we can clearly see by understanding where the attacks have concentrated. Tarek Fajit points out the eastern slopes have been cleared of any Palestinian presence, effectively separating the heart of the West Bank from the Jordan Valley, which Israel has been wanting to annex for years. However, settler attacks have also targeted Palestinian towns in the central and northern West Bank, transforming the lives of Palestinians in Area B, would fall under the joint control of Palestinian Authority and the Israeli army, until an endless cycle of fear severely affecting their livelihood. One of the hardest hit towns, Al Mujahid, if I'm saying it wrong, y'all, I apologize. Oh man, I need to start pronouncing this stuff better. It's almost halfway between Ramallah and Nablus. The town is mid-sized Palestinian community of some 4,500 inhabitants, with paved streets and sidewalks, new mortar floor buildings alongside old peasant homes, supermarkets, and 2 schools. Al Mughayyir, okay, that's how you say it, is surrounded by olive groves and on lands privately owned by town families. In April, Al Mughayyir suffered one of the most violent settler attacks in the West Bank in the past year. After a cellular boy was found dead at the bottom of the valley between Al Muhayir and the neighboring town of Duma, Israeli settlers gathered outside of town seeking revenge. Now, I'm not trying to sound conspiratorial here, but they use how Israel used the hostages as an excuse to bomb more, even more. I think this boy was probably one of the settlers perpetrated the boy being killed just to seek revenge. That's what I think. It was Friday, and we were in the middle of a prayer when news spread that the settlers were gathering in buses along the Israeli road outside of town. Fayez Abu Ayi, a former and resident of Bukhayr, told Monday Week. So we cut the prayer short and rushed to the scene. The settlers began to advance between the olive groves towards the town, some of them carrying firearms, and began to throw Molotov cocktails and rocks on houses. Abu Aliyah described. Some settlers had long knives and they began to stab the goats and sheep in the stables on their way to town. Damn, these motherfuckers are some evil ass pieces of shit. Wow, stabbing goats and sheep, yeah. Oh man, I hate these evil ass motherfuckers, man. The attack lasted for hours, during which time a group of young men was trapped on a rooftop. One of them, Jihad Adu Ali, was killed by a settler's bullet. Several houses were set on fire by settlers, and according to the residents, the Israeli army stopped firefighter trucks from reaching Mukhayr throughout the attack. Say, of course, say perpetrating more harm and more torture. That's all this shit is. Since the attack, incessantly olive groves in the plain next to the Israeli road has become impossible, says Fayez Abdul Ali. Settlers from the nearby settlement of Shallow and the three outposts around Al Bukhayr watch us, and if they see anyone going near the plane, they call the army, which arrives and forces us to leave. We can't stay in our land for more than 90 minutes, he explains. The plain in question is the town's most important farming land, which a large part of the family's olive groves lie, serving Al Muhayyir's eastern extension. Without access to it, the mobility of the townspeople is now limited to the urban part of the town, where a few gardens around it. According to Fayez, his olive oil production dropped from a yearly average of 80 16-liter tanks of oil to only 5 last year. Of course, because the settlers have been fucking trying to destroy anything in sight. As settler attacks have begun since October, when the harvest season was at its height, he fears that during the current season this year, he won't be able to do any better. Khalil believes that the consistent settler harassment of the eastern line of villages and towns like Al Mukhayr is the continuation of the same logic, separating the West Bank from the Jordan Valley. And then there are the Hebron Hills, which have been seen by Israel as a buffer zone at the southern tip of the West Bank. Tafaji adds, and there is also the south and west of Nablus. The region of western Nablus was very close to Israel proper, and it's where the aerial settlement block is built. The logic here is to cut the West Bank's community into a northern and southern half through the southern Nablus, and this is why the settlers have ramped up their establishment outposts alongside violent attacks in the same area after October 7th. The areas south and west of Nablus also marked increase in cellular attacks, especially in the town of Huwara, Libyan, Qushra, and Burqa, where the Israeli settlers have multiplied outposts on Palestinian land. The Israeli army has been conducting infrastructure works around Nablus that will offer settlers new roads and bus stops. So they're trying to separate the settlers from the Palestinians, and by doing that, they attack these people farmland, like this guy's olive oil production. He produced 80 liters and down to 5 liters, which, if you know math, that's not enough to survive on. I'm going to read this part. Settler attacks over the past year have been coupled with the government action to empower the settler movement in the West Bank. Of course, the government wants the settlers to kill and harm as many Palestinians and destroy their property as much as they can. It's part of the ethnic cleansing strategy. In October and November, Israel's National Secretary Minister Etumar Ben Gravir posted videos himself on X disturbing firearms to Israelis, reportedly including West Bank settlers. A report by the Knesset Security Committee stated that Israeli settlers in the West Bank posed 160,000 firearms and that the number was going to increase 165 by the end of 2023. In June, Israel Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, who holds administrative power over the West Bank, said in a meeting with settlers that he had been working on a plan to transfer administrative powers to the West Bank from the occupation army to a special division he created in the finance ministry run by civilian government employees. This division, completely run by settlers, and it has been given wide special police force, police, surveillance drones, and a special budget. Jamal Jamir, a coordinator of the grassroots Stop the Wall campaign, told Monday Weeks. This is a new phase of the Israeli colonial project in the West Bank, which aims to consolidate Israel annexation of the West Bank and pushing Palestinians into isolated, overcrowded urban areas A and B. Jamar explains. In these areas, overpopulation and deteriorating life conditions will push Palestinians to leave the country on their own. That's the goal. The West Bank, that's why they doing all. That's why the settlers are upping up their guns. That's why they are that's why surveillance. They want to they want to get rid of these people or push them into areas where airstrikes can kill these folks. That's what they want to do. This strategy has been clear for over 2 decades. See, it started before October 7th, but it was unfolding slowly. Jamar points out, but it seems after October 7th, Israel has taken its defense in the West Bank to a new level. Now he wants to definitely control and annex it. Israel was waiting for this time to start, trying to annex and try to just ethnically cleanse these Palestinians. I'm gonna read this couple of paragraphs. I'm gonna stop here. I don't want this stream to go too long. Israel's military campaign in service of settlement expansion. Simultaneously, Israel ramped up its military offensive on the West Bank cities and refugee camps, especially in the northern cities of Jenin, Takrim, Tubas, and Nablus, where local resistance groups have been developing since late 2021. See, this has been the plan all along. Last week on October 3rd, Israel dropped a heavy missile from a fighter jet onto the Tukarim refugee camp. The strike killed 20 Palestinians, including a family of 6, including 2 children, 5 and 7. The Israeli army said the strike had targeted an alleged local Hamas commander, Zaire Alfi, and it was the first time in 20 years that the Israeli army had launched such a deadly airstrike in the West Bank. So that's when the news dropped when Israel started striking the West Bank. It was the latest in a series of destructive military raids that saw the wholesome bulldozing roads of civilian infrastructure and refugee camps in the northern West Bank. So see what they're doing? They're trying to push the Palestinians out of their areas where the areas where they're forming and live to more crowded space, so Israel could form attack like this. So yeah, y'all. Yep, this has been going on before October 7th. So unfortunate, man. Joe Biden is not doing anything to do a ceasefire, even though they claim they are. Israel do not want a ceasefire. They want to continue to ethnically cleanse Palestinians, and I hope and pray to God that I see a liberation. Feeney said this first. I hope to see free Palestine in our lifetime, man. Israel is, that's why I did this. I should have did this on October 7th. Since I'm getting suppressed, I might as well, hell, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say fuck Israel. Yeah, man. This is Israel plan all along, to have a reason to annex the Palestinians. And that's why I tell everybody, do not stop talking about Palestine, man. Do not, man. Don't stop fighting for Palestine. Keep protesting, man. Ramp up the protest. See, they got the police state, especially in the states. They try to deter us from protesting, but keep protesting. This is your fucking right. Use your right to your full advantage, man. So yeah, y'all, that's all I gotta say about that. I enjoyed ATP Live. I'm disappointed that we weren't able to do tea time. Ty Peasant, she doing the best she can. You know, um, you know, she need to prepare and stay safe from the storm. And I'm finna post this again if for some of you didn't see. I got a QR code right here. If you watching this, scan with your phone, scan this QR code. This goes to Trina. She's trying to escape a domestic violence abuse situation, and she raised $235 so far. And again, I'm trying to get her that 200. She said she needed it, so I'm trying to get it to her. But GoFundMe been tripping. They did the same thing with Ty Peasant's GoFundMe campaign too. So scan this. Let's make sure she get to reach her goal. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that, guys. So thank you guys again for watching ATP Live. Hopefully tomorrow I will do a show. I will do a show tomorrow. The Good Faith show, and then Wednesday, I might do a live show with Smurf. We usually do them pre-recorded, but so I'm gonna try something different. So, and no ATP after dark this week, no tea time this week, no chill time this week. That's unfortunate, but shit happens, man. Bad luck. What can you do? Well, thank God for Andre Morton. Thank God for me, man. I'm able to step in, and do these shows and keep the network running because, with YouTube especially, you got to keep posting content. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching ATP.